Hello everyone, I am Sanglap and welcome back to another security automation on n8n. So today I'm going to demonstrate you an automation that I worked for regarding a security automation, security investigation automation and incident response. So this idea came to me from back of the days when I was working on Microsoft XDR investigation or Cortex XDR investigation. I used to think when single alerts used to generate out of them, how it used to correlate and form a bigger incidents out of it. So this automation idea comes from there. So let's go and look into the automation. All right, I'm on my N18 screen right now, and I have two playbooks that's currently running for this objective. First is the AI-powered security investigations, and the second is the incident responder playbook. So the first, the security investigation, as the name relies, it says it's gonna investigate the alerts, right? But the fun part is the AI model. So basically, what this model is gonna do is it's gonna analyze each alert that's coming from it. It's gonna create a report out of it. It's gonna generate the IOCs and actions according to it. And the fun part here is basically it's gonna look into every alert that comes to it and look back into the memory to see whether it has any relevance to that and create a bigger incident out of it. So that's how the XDRs even work, right? So let's look into how the automation looks like. So for here, for this particular one, we can integrate with the SIM tool as well, but for the demonstration purpose, I'm fetching all the alerts from an Excel file that's stored on the Google Drive, and I'm fetching it and I'm separating all the alerts from it. So there are 40 items currently, and from there the loop begins on each of the alert. So the what the model does, as I said, it basically investigates it and stores in the memory as well to find out whether it leads to a bigger incident or not. So then the output that I receive from the model, it's gonna sanitize it and it's gonna put into a case tracker. So the case tracker is nothing but an Excel sheet. I have integrated with an Excel sheet. So the it can be an Excel sheet or it can be a database as well. So the main idea here is it's gonna save all the case IDs with the risk score and the analysis and then the IOCs with it associated with it and the actions that it needs to take. And similarly, the next one, the next case ID. Now, as I said, so basically the model is gonna correlate the alerts. So as you see, the next alert also has the same case ID. So because it finds a similar type of IOCs in it. In case if it doesn't find the similar kind of IOCs, it's gonna generate a new case ID out of it. And in case coming to the further alerts that's gonna come to it, it's gonna correlate again and decide whether it's gonna put into a new case ID or an existing case ID. So that's the bit about the basically the security investigation. Now let's move ahead to the incident responder. So the incident responder has basically two workflows. The first workflow is basically loops over all the rows over the Excel sheet, and the next workflow is gonna loop over every actions. And I have integrated this particular workflow with the Jira so that we can track all the actions that it's gonna take. So for example, now this workflow is keep on running and it's gonna pick anytime a new row that comes into the Excel sheet, it's gonna loop over those things. And the next thing what it's gonna do is it's gonna change the status of all the cases IDs that it's currently working to in progress first. Then the next thing is it's gonna check what's the action. Whether it has an action of create ticket, then it's gonna do what it's gonna do is it's gonna create a new Jira issue and update all the investigations there and IOCs everything. And again, it's gonna change the status of that particular to in progress as well. And in case the particular case ID is an older case ID, so the actions won't have the create ticket. So it's what it's gonna do is it's gonna pick the Jira ID that got appended over the sheet by the automation. It's gonna fetch that and it's gonna update the investigation over there. So then the next part comes now the actions. In case a particular case ID has more actions, so what it's gonna do is it's gonna fetch it. It's gonna run through another loop. So basically that loop is nothing but the sub workflow. So for example, in this case, when I call the sub workflow, so that the data I'm giving to the sub workflow is the action that it needs to perform, the case ID because it needs to update all the details that it is doing, then the serial number of the Excel sheet because once it is done, it needs to mark the progress to them. And also now going to the sub workflow, basically what it does is it gets the all the entities from the previous workflow and it's first does is it gonna put a comment into the Jira case ID for what it's gonna do. For example, in this case, it's gonna reset the password and there is a switch. So there are total 6 actions. So CrowdStrike get the, isolate the endpoint, kill the process, or run an antivirus scan. On the Okta side, it can force the password reset, revoke the sessions, and on the Palo Alto side, block IP. So basically, these all actions, what you see, these are the mimicked versions of them. So they are not currently active, but with the right API keys, they can all be made active in a production environment, right? So then there's a switch case. So basically, in this particular case, the action was to force the password reset. So the switch case identifies that and runs that particular execution. So it gets the user ID out of it and it resets the password. And once that is done, it's gonna update all the nodes over the Jira case, and the tracker is also updated to done. So this is how both the workflows work. And I hope you like this automation idea regarding the security investigations and the response. And in case you like this automation idea, do drop a like and do repost it. That will support me a lot. And in case you need the workflow for this automation, just do drop an workflow comment over the chat box and I'll send it to write it over to you. Thank you.